First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Detroit Lions. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
That one let go deep for Laporta. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right on the 30. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the set.
There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Breece Hall with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That one let go deep for Laporta. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed.
Oh, he sheds himself free. Down the sideline he goes. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A toss left side for Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Breece Hall with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
171 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league.
There he goes, right side.
Now he's loose again.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Breece Hall.
On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it is 42-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. He'll return it from the 6. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I
taking it right down Broadway?
235 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Paul again.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Paul on a give up the middle.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Chris Jones on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Hall.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
No run back here to begin the half.